Yahshua Allah, Hebrew Israelites, Tulsa, Oklahoma. What's going on with the cross up down for Babylon the Great? First thing first, turn to the east. By first for two. Our by Shem, Yahweh God, by Shem Rock dies. When the ancient Pharaoh tongue, expect name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, double honor to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom. Jesus to brothers living in truth, and Shalom. Brothers and sisters that's listening and studying, show yourselves approved. What's in our head, the prophesy what's going on, y'all. One thing we feeling right now that you can just see is going on is that the racial tension is at a boiling point. You know, you got that case, what's the name, Nolan Wells. Nolan Wells, that situation, high profile case. You know, it's got all the Jakes. You say Jakes, talking about the children of Israel. They're tuning in, trying to see the verdict on that. Esau Edom's getting found out and showing his horns. They're basically like, you see, Jacob and Esau is about to go head up, man. Are they coexisting? It's going out the window. Now you got Jacob and Esau about to go into all-out war, man. I think this case is going to be a catalyst for that. You know, we're going into that second entrance territory. You know, racial tension is just out of control right now. You know, a lot of Jakes, you know, Israelites, especially Judah, they can't understand why Esau Edom, when I say Esau Edom from so-called white men, why they hate us so much. They don't know why. The reason they don't know why is because they don't know biblical prophecy. They don't know the Bible. Because the Bible lets us know why Esau hates us. You know? And then you got to understand, too, everybody trying to bring that all-inclusive. We all bring red blood, but not knowing the Lord put divisions. You know, Esau and Jacob will always be opposed to each other. Always. They're always, like you said, the Lord said in Genesis, affinity between the serpent seed and the woman seed. There's always going to be tension and separation. And we're supposed to be holy and separate from them. And they don't understand why that is, man. You still got a couple coons. Oh, y'all, let's get along. Don't do that. Don't separate. But yeah, here go Esau lying to Jacob. You know, a lot of Jacobs getting lynched. A lot of Jacobs getting drowned in the water. We're just saying every week or every 2 weeks, a Jacob got unalive by the hands of Esau. You know, ICE is unalive the Northern Tribe in Houston. You know, trying to find out that they weren't even doing what they were looking for. That's like just a false identification. He gone, man. And his son was on the news crying about it. You know, Northern Tribe is very family oriented. You know, Issachar, Ephraim. So it's nothing to go back to this community and, you know, rile them up, man. Get them essays, the photos, and they go wild on ICE. The war is coming. There's going to be war on the streets of Babylon the Great, aka America. And it's going to be a racist war. So, you know, I got to over the precepts to show us why Jacob and Esau would never get along. This is going to Genesis 25, and I'm going to start at 21. And it says, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, and because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived, and the children struggled. And the children struggled together with her, and she said, if he be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. Verse 23, it says, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manners of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elders shall serve the younger. That right there, when it says 2 nations, we always bring out the fact that the nation is a Greek word, it's ethno. Okay, that word goes into ethnicity. All right, and so at the very beginning, you had Jacob and Esau, and the priest told Rebekah that 2 nations are in thy womb. So right there from the jump, and then it also said that they were struggling within her. So right there from the jump, there was already a tension between Jacob and Esau from the beginning. Womb. They was fighting in the womb from the beginning, man. They was fighting. And now, like I say, even though they was twin brothers, the Lord specified that there was 2 different nations. And he let you know they will fight and have war from, you know, all the way to Yahweh shall come back. And the Lord also let us know, identify, he said one nation is stronger than the other. That's why Jake naturally excels in sports. You know, you look at basketball, football, your top athletes are Jake. You look at even business wise, you know, Jake is natural inventor. Jake is better at business. Jacob's naturally better than Esau based on the gifts from Yahweh Shai. The only thing that keeps Esau in the running is that he was blessed with a sword. You know, he was blessed with a warfare. And that was so he could keep up. And that's how the Lord punishes Yasharala. Yasharala makes the Lord mad. He makes that wicked nation created, Esau Edom, come upon him with a sword.
That's why when you go and you read the book of Zechariah, the 13th chapter, about the 7th verse, where the Lord said, awake thy sword, awake, O thy sword, right? And then he said, go against the shepherds, which is pretty much Esau. That's that whooping stick that the Lord had put up on them, right? And now Esau is losing their power.
The sword starts to kill. Reading on, verse 24, it says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the birth came out red all over, like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Verse 24.
Yeah, that right there is a very simple breakdown when you said the birth came out red all over, like a hairy garment, okay? And so it's literally saying that it is similar to a hairy garment, but basically his pigment was gone. You see his blood through his skin, so he was red all over. That's how he came out as a child. And who on earth picked that description? There's none other than Esau, even the so-called white man.
If we would have been videotaping probably like 10 minutes earlier, y'all would have seen the perfect definition of the Edomite walk by there. His whole body red, he was buried in the motherfucker all over his back and neck. That's the perfect description of
We can just go on and on about it. Like, it's hot as hell out here. So the longer they stay out, you're going to see that pigment coming out. They're going to be red all over until they get into air conditioning. And they finally get cooled down. You see that red starting to show up all over their skin.
All right, you call a racist white person a redneck. Like I was saying, that the Edomite we see walk past before camp started, his neck is like literally red, like a red crayon. He's like red, you know. And then that's showing that that's Esau Edom, man. Came out all red hair like a garment, and they're like that to this day. And you should use that redness as a sign. Just look at a stop sign or a traffic light. You see it on Edomite, and you see that his red finger, you should be like, stop, wait, I'm not about to deal with this dude. But most Jakes, they try to cool it up and be willing, and then you see what happens with the scenarios. This is verse 26. It says, and after that came out his brother. He says, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. It says, and the boys grew together, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, one of the tents. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, and Rebekah loved Jacob. Yeah. I like how you said Esau was a man of the field. So that's another clue right there. Because right now, who's the man of the field who likes to go hunt around Esau? And then who loves to eat deer meat? Venison goes to deer meat. Who loves to go deer hunt, man? You can't meet no redneck Edomite, so-called white man going deer hunt. And you tell you the kind of hunter, look at Esau, he got things like a duck call, he got fake ducks, he got a little tent you can hide in, he got camouflage. Like Esau got all kinds of tools and skills in order to kill something. He'll like put some food out. They got certain scents they can spray. They'll spray something that like pheromone to bring out the buck. I think it's like a female scent. The buck will come out, and that's so he's sitting in a perch somewhere in a goddamn shelter, and he shoots the goddamn deer. These devils will piss on themselves in order to get that deer, man. They brag about that. Like that's the one thing they let do is go hunting. And they got stores. You go in the store, like an outdoor store with that Bass Pro Fishing,
bait shop.
Yeah, bait shop. You go in there, who you gonna see most likely? Esau Edom. These devils are such cunning hunters. They wear camouflage as a Baptist state. They wear camouflage coats and pants and camouflage cups. What's that signify to hunt, man?
That's why they're so good at hunting, because when the animal go close to them, they smell it just like the animal. All right. They sitting on themselves and you want to fuck if you look different. That's how the animals is.
They got a whole suit that look like grass and leaves and they lazy.
Car.
But what I like about this though, like if you read up when it says when Esau came out, Jacob was holding his heel, signifying that hey, Jacob beat Esau ass in the wood and made Esau come out first, and it also symbolized that Esau's kingdom is right now, and Jacob coming out later holding his heel is letting you know, hey, we got the end of it. Man. We got and ours is going to be forever at the end of it. Man. It's going to be a forever movie show. That's why the Lord said better the end of a thing than the beginning.
And elaborate your point. Fourth of Jacob grabbed Esau Hill, let him know he ain't going nowhere. This devil right now trying to build rocket ships, got SpaceX and all that. They about to get away. And hey, our Lord Savior, I was not gonna be like our Lord's our forefather Jacob. Like, man, where you going? Kind of like go to combat, get over here. Like you ain't going nowhere.
And we see that cycle from generation to generation. Even the time when our forefathers was in slavery and they kept us from learning how to read and write, we surpassed them in the education.
Nah. Then they ain't going nowhere. We right on their heels.
Right.
You know? So Esau is not about to go nowhere, man. He's not gonna get out of his what I want to say, his judgment. He's not gonna get out of his destiny, man. His destiny is going to slavery. You know, we tell Esau Edom that, and the way it's looking right now, in their eyes, they like that's an impossibility. We got too much technology. We got data centers. Yeah, I know.
His destiny was to go extinct. And that's one thing why Esau is in a big uproar right now. Like, if you read Obadiah 1:18, it lets you know there's going to be no more remaining of the house of Esau. And what is Esau's biggest fear now? Oh, I don't want to. Yeah, replacement theory. I don't want to go. We're going to go extinct. We ain't having babies. It's going to be, the world's going to be black. The America's going to be for the black people and for the brown people. And they scared.
We're losing our culture. We're losing our country. Everything's going brown. So they're mad because everybody else is thriving, especially Jake, man. When you look at Northern Trout Ishtar, they pump out babies, nobody's business. You look at Buddha, pump out babies, nobody's business. And now they're mad because they're like, damn, y'all in depressing situations, and projects, but yeah, y'all have no problem procreating. When you look at the Edomite, you know, ain't a big old mansion and all that, and they trying to do like in vitro, and they struggling to get out one baby. See, Jake, man, we over here, we touch our woman, man. Like, you just lay your stuff on top of it, and she pregnant, man. They get pregnant on birth control. Like, that, man, I'm trying not to have a baby, and I still have a baby.
And that's different because it goes all the way back to when we was in captivity in Egypt. Whenever Pharaoh was putting hardcore bindage on the nation of Israel, what happened? He said, let's deal wisely with them because we just kept multiplying. But reading on, let's see what I stopped at. Verse 29. And Jacob sought pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said unto Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. It says, and Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? Do to me.
That part right there, that shows Esau's Edom's character right there. That shows his personality. And now we have a whole system that's sitting around that very personality. You see when he said, I am faint, and then he started with his birthright. So meaning that he have a lot of valuables, but he don't treat it with. You know, he dishes it out and he sells it out as if it was nothing.
And he didn't know how valuable that birthright was, that birthright was until it was gone. And that's the whole point why Esau Edom hate Jake to this day, because he wants his birthright back. Because that birthright was reigned forever. But he sold it for some uncooked meat. And they let you know who Esau Edom is, the so-called white man, because he always get his steak rare. Bloody.
God. And then we're in a country with fast food. Look at fast food. Everybody doing everything quick. Esau has no patience. You know, Jake got patience. Jake, this shows carnality versus spirituality right there. Jacob knew how much that birthright meant because he's a spiritual man. He knew that birthright was very, very important. Esau looked at it like it was nothing. Like, you know, Esau, he's a carnal man. He has no spiritual type of thing to him.
Like faith.
Yeah. He ain't believe in it. He was worried about his belly. I know that they got 2/3 dates like that. They always want to feed their bellies about right now. What I'm gonna get right now. They don't look for the future. You know, looking for the future. That's prudence. See, our forefather was prudent. Esau, he was not that. So what he did was he gave him the number one thing that the Lord, the top lesson, really. He forsook that for some uncooked meat because he's looking for the right now. I notice our people is like that, Esau's like that, and that's one reason they hate the hopeful elect. The hopeful elect, we're not like that. We like our forefather Jacob. We looking forward to the kingdom of heaven. We're looking past this place. We have to think of patience, spirituality, you know, because even the Lord said that he said he's going to face the face of the saints. You got to wait for something good. Esau can't do that. He needs it right now. And he'll give up anything to give it up right now. That's why you got a lot of Jake that sell out to be a rich and famous entertainment, where you can grind it out and probably go underground and build it up slowly, but they'll like go get a butt up to be famous right now, and then be regretting it like, oh man, I wish I wouldn't have did that. Now they got drug habits. That's been the spirit of Esau. You need it right now. Esau can make you rich and famous right now because you got all the resources. But you got to get something up. It's a bargain.
That's like that reminds me of that parable story of Lazarus. You know, he does desire the crumbs from the rich man's table. Instead of waiting and getting the whole pie, you want the little crumbs. Us of the hopeful elect, we want the whole pie. Man. We have something crumbs. We want everything.
You got to play the long game, then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had this quick research too because as you were going into a lot of 2/3, just like Esau Edom, they can't wait for their blessing. They can't see in the future, and that's because they're following after these very devils. So this is Ecclesiastes, aka Sirach, chapter 10, verse 1. It says, "A wise judge will instruct his people. The government of a prudent man is well ordered." And this is how you know that this system is not governed by prudent men, right? And so that's why you see all of the atrocities that's going on in America, aka Babylon the Great. That's why you see all of the holidays that goes against the Heavenly Father. You know, last month was just Pride Week. You know, celebrating this Pride Week. That's all under the rulership of Esau Edom, so-called white man. And that's why it said the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Okay? Showing you that these devils are not prudent. All right, in verse 2, it says, "As the judge of the people is himself." Okay? You notice that it says, "As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of the man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein." And that goes right back to the 2/3. All right, so they're only acting like the rulers of the city, which is the reason why they're acting the way they is. This is the reason why they can't see past the now. Okay, the reason why they can't drop the money or going out to the bag and so on and so forth.
And they're killing, unliving, like all that young nigga drill music. That's off of Esau. You know what I'm saying?
And history would tell you they was the first drug dealers. They was the first scammers.
Okay.
Yeah, they was the first gangsters. Okay, they was the first one to commit identity theft. They doing it now. They calling themselves the people of Yahweh Shah. The first murderers, right? That's them. Okay, and so in verse 3, and it says, "An unwise king destroyeth his people." Every time you see there's somebody, a homeless individual on the earth that looks just like them, they destroy their own people. And they have the resources to pick them up. But what do? They hoard up all the resources.
Get them drugs.
Give them drugs.
Esau want to put drugs in here, but they want to put Jacob in the face of it. They catch little Tay-Tay on the block. You know what I'm saying? All it's because of him. And they want to blame it and gaslight it. But it's like, how the drugs get in here, bro? Right. The banks bring them in by the boatload. And they use Jake as a runner to sell it. And then use him as the scapegoat. Like, that's why drugs is here. But, like, Jake ain't got no institution. Jake ain't got no big boat to bring no folk over here, by the ton.
And they show it to you throughout all the media, all the movies. I can think of this part of drugs. There's a documentary called Cocaine Cowboy. The government was involved in this shit. The whole city of Florida, the whole state of Florida was built off of drug money. They don't never tell you that. Now, back in the late 70s and the early 80s, it was built off of drug money. And then you have that movie that was based on a true story called Lord of War, with Nicolas Cage. He was basically bringing all the weapons. It gave you the rundown, the blueprint on how the drugs and the guns get there.
Matter of fact, all the drugs that were created in colleges, countless labs, and used and then pushed on the streets for G. Yeah. Like the crack.
Just like that.
Esau created that. And then you take the faith like you're wrong. You know, do it all the time and the fun like other countries. Nigga all came up off of that. And that's why this system, the elaborate point, that's why the system collapsed. If you go back to the precept you read, like Esau is not a prudent, well-ordered man. He's all about chaos, bloodshed, and whatever feed his belly, which goes into money. You know, money has replaced food. That's why I say, man, I ain't eating right. That means you ain't getting the money. You know, that's how they keep their slang. So Esau's system is all, and the only thing that kept Esau's system going, everybody get credit to Esau, but really it was Jake, man. Jake kept the decency here. You know, our people in the 1930s, like Wall Street, Esau took that money. Esau balled up. That was the model for Esau to do his kingdom, man. He took it. You know, you look at the 40s, 50s, and 60s, Jake was the one being decent. That's why they make 1970s black exploitation movies, to make Jake be like Esau. Esau's about trafficking people. He trafficked our forefathers to get here. That's why you got all that pimping and hoe stuff. That come from Esau, man. But he gave it to Jake. Go ahead,
everything wicked, you can pretty much blame it on Esau, even so-called white man. But they were the first to do it.
They're the source of wickedness.
Yeah.
And it'll tell you that in our scriptures, man.
Exactly. One of the wicked.
You know, what's that? Malachi 1 and 2? Yeah. So all wickedness comes from a race of people. So when we tell the public that, they get mad at us, oh, you being racist, you talk bad about white people. No, we tell them the biblical truth. Esau is the wicked, man. All you can do is to study his history. They doing slave patrol, hunting our people out. They doing that now with ICE.
Killing
the lynchings,
killing the food, killing the whole, destroying the whole earth. They got a whole $1 billion industry based on eating abominable food. Think about that, man. You supposed to leave that alone. The Lord told you to leave that alone. Why? Because they are the ones that's meant to clean the earth. That's what they're meant for. That was a little small documentary that where you put like 2 horses in the dirty water, and 48 hours the whole water be crystal clear. And the whole industry is built on eating that fucking oyster. No wonder why our water is filthy.
Yeah, about 1 million. Eating the crab. They take a chicken, eat some crab, like some shrimp. Hey man, they supposed to clean the ocean, and then they wonder why the coral reef is drying up and bleached down and then like, fool, you eat the thing that's supposed to clean it. Now, man, the Lord told you. Right. And because they in rulership, that's why everything is out of whack. Like right now, everybody going through heat waves and hot, the environment, stuff can't go the way it used to. They go to what I talk about. Like everything is thrown out of whack for Esau. One day, earthquake the next day, heat waves, lakes is drying up. You got rivers drying up. It's nothing. You think rivers drying up.
And it was way.
Yeah, that's built for war.
And that's another quick testimony too, because it was like I was talking to an Issachar at my job, man, and he was talking about how somehow we got on the conversation on how Esau was how they was attacking the natives, they were attacking the food where they were shooting out the buffalo, right? And so that fucked up the cycle for the wolves. So the wolves would go after the buffalo, and so now the wolves, since there ain't no more buffaloes and buffaloes in the stick. Now they go hunt people's farm raised animals. So, yeah, goats and stuff right there. And at first, the wolves didn't fuck with your farm raised animals. If you had cows and stuff like that, you didn't have to worry about wolves and coyotes because they went out to the buffalo. See now, so what Esau's doing, he's fucking up the whole cycle that y'all about to be out trying to set up. Ecosystem. Yeah, the whole ecosystem time. You mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, whole ecosystem messed up because it's the wicked, man. That's why the Lord has to destroy Esau, Edom. And he's doing it right now. That's why Esau's so flustered when it's going to play rap. Because they're not understanding like why everything they doing is failing right now. Why they don't have the narrative of the people they used to. Why are their numbers going down? Esau about to be I think he's the minority now. They ain't saying it, but I think they're the minority now.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, I think they're already the minority. But they don't want to tell the public that because they're very fearful to Edomite. They know once they becomes the majority, the 2/3, the whole mindset is going to shift, man, and they're going to start becoming that. And we're going to do that. That's Jeremiah 16:16.
The food that you said was back, the reason why you said that, why you think that is first right now, they got laws towards white women. If they have babies, they get tax breaks. Why would they pass a law saying that if they wasn't a minority?
And the fact that even further out, they're getting rid of abortion, still trying to make abortion illegal again. I'm like, hold up. When Yasserala was number one abortion, it was all good. Y'all setting up towards that. They set up abortion to cut our numbers down. All of a sudden now, because this place is so wicked, you know, the Edomite woman got so much liberty, she became the most wicked, and she all throwing her baby away more than Eve throwing her baby away. Now they're like, hold up, abortion is bad now. I'm like, hold up, man, now it's bad. Is your woman the number one now? Because Edomite women was number one abortion. I don't know if they still is, but at one point they became number one abortion. They get pregnant, go out get the baby aborted because you know they look at their careers and they got things going on. They can't have no baby. Baby got to be convenient for them. Now Esau, but say like the back to even further out, you got Donald Trump in office. This whole administration is trying to do like some handsmaid tale stuff. And they're trying to strip the Edomite woman of her rights to force her to make babies with them. Because the Edomite woman has freedom and she don't want the Edomite man. She wants the Israelite man. Because we're better. We're better to cool with, better to vibe with. Our food is better. Our rod is better. We got more safety. We don't wake up because we lost our job and unalive the whole family.
So right back to the very beginning. Jacob was a plain man. And Esau was that cunning hunter.
Exactly. She don't want to be hunted. She don't want to wake up with a shotgun to her face. Esau mess with the dog. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Edomite man to mess with the dog. Mess with the children. They started to have children with Edomite man. Because Edomite man, if his daughter look good, hey, she about to get tired. She about to get cracked by her daddy. That's sick. But Esau does it a lot, man. You got an athlete. Tim Tebow, quarterback, played in college, played in NFL. He came out and said that, hey, man, we got an epidemic in our community. He said too many Edomite fathers are molesting their Edomite daughters. And I'm like, for him to say that, we knew it was for him to say that.
Yeah. That's why he had a very short career, too.
God. They're like, man, you don't say that. You don't tell that we doing that. And look at the president. He even said that they wanted his daughter he'd be dating. I'm like, what type of man has that mindset? I have a daughter. That's never crossed my mind. That's sickness. Exactly. Probably has. The way she acts, I think he has already done that. You know, he just looks like a sick man. That's what they do. And see, Edomite women, I said, they hearing this news like we hearing this news. They hearing it even more because you know Esau covering stuff up. So they hearing this in their community. They like, man, I want to be safe. I want to, feel good. I want to feel alive. So, how do you get that? It's like, man,
which that drives the racial tension even more because Esau, like when the woman leaves the Edomite man, that lets you know, hey, they power gone, hey, their kingdom is done. Now that's gonna make Esau hate Jacob even more, and now like that's why the racial tension is at an all-time high right there because his power is gone.
He lost his woman. Esau is like a natural born simp. They do everything for that woman, man. They you hear Esau all the time say, "My wife is the boss."
Right.
And right now,
happy life
come from there. Yeah. So right now, there's an epidemic of Edomite women divorcing Edomite men. They're taking the money through the divorce, through the laws he put in place. Oh, dummy. So the Edomite woman is getting great wealth. She's taking the money, and then she's going to go get a Tyrone. And Tyrone coming up. He can go buy him a little barbecue spot. You know what I'm saying? Go get him. There's a lot of divorcees out here. And how do you think Esau feel about that? Because now they see Jake coming up. Where he get his money from? Well, he divorced Martha. And you know what I'm saying? He bought up a bunch of businesses. And he's like, oh, that ain't right. That ain't right. Then you got Edomite women on social media like, oh yeah, that black man. Whoa, my black man this. My black man did that. And I'm getting feelings I never felt.
And the video going viral.
Viral, yeah, viral. And it's going to all the nations. I'm hearing Moabite women. I want a black man. Ishmael women. I want a black man. So it signifies that the Lord is about to uplift the Israelite man at this time. Women are trying to naturally gravitate. And the number one dude that's pissed off about that are Edomites. And we got all these nations don't like us. You go to Psalms 8, 3rd chapter, and it gives you the rundown of all the nations that don't like us. And right now the Lord is starting to give favor to the Israelite man, and particularly to the hopefully elect Israelite man. We see it. You can see it come up happening. And what is Esau even going to do? The same way he did the Black Wall Street. When they see it come up, Esau like they cunning hunter, and his blessing with sword, he wants to, blow everything up. I destroy it. I'd be damned if I let you have a thriving business and a institution and a system. But then once they have an institution and a system, we can spend our money with each other. Our dollar doesn't circulate to Esau no more, and that's a part of his power, his economic power. If he loses that, that's the only thing that like his women need to give him for, because he got the money. If Esau loses that, she gonna look like, well, why should I mess with your little pale, ugly, red looking cell phone? You little pink pepper. Why? There's nothing great about you, corny.
They been doing it too. If you go back to Black Wall Street, you know exactly who they use to bring down that Black Wall Street. That whole excuse on really why they came down was the Edomite woman.
And don't forget Osage, they took the oil from Northern Tribe, Gad and Reuben, they took the oil from them. Don't forget that, So now what's happening is it's about to be a reversal. Like the scriptures say, man, the kingdom of Israel like one people to another for all the atrocities and fraudulent. That's how Esau got everything. It's about killing, stealing, and destroying. He's not a good businessman. When you talk to anybody, you see how dumb they are, especially the working class. So ain't nothing like, because you intelligent, smart. Esau thinks that. That's another thing that's making him mad. The narrative is coming down. I'm supposed to be thought of to be smart, intelligent. You a dumb monkey. You don't know nothing. Now the nerves going up, man. You got Jake them raising their children, being a good father. There's nothing that you keep Jake away. We were told that we want to be fathers. We didn't make a baby, we'll leave. Now that's changing. The whole narrative is changing, man. So that's leading to that racial tension. And when the racial tension gets to a point, Esau gonna do something about it, man. Esau loves bloodlust. So the perpetual hatred we're about to get right now is gonna come up again. And we're trying to tell our people that Esau's about to hunt you out because of that blessing and that birthright you got.
I'm gonna go ahead and finish this real quick, because this is Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, chapter 10, verse 3. Again, from the top, it says, "An unwise king destroys his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hands of the Lord, Yahweh, and due time he will set over it one that is popular."
Woo, and we patiently waiting on that, man. He said he set up one that is popular. The people on this planet right now are no good. That's why it's in shambles. That's why America is in shambles. This place is on the verge of collapse. And you can vividly see it, man. They already lost their war with Iran. They underestimated them, lost their war. All the resources all, clipped up. What is the scripture to his money is gold and silver chamber. Yeah, the economy is all shot, man. Because these devils don't know how to rule. Yeah. They really don't. The only thing they look, that was short period of time. 20 years, that's a short period of time. They look period to rule. It's about to be over with, man. And we're looking at the end of it as we see it right now. And then, unlike the 2/3, we look at that as a good thing. We're like, yeah, man, about time, man, so we can see something good. We want righteousness again, man. We want clean food, clean air, clean water. You don't get that with Esau. Esau, if he can make $1 by putting food on the water, he gonna do it. If he can make some money off of making everybody sick with their old trashy medical bill, their medical bill is a straight joke. All he does is want to cut somebody open. He don't heal nothing, none of that. So he'll spray some stuff in the air to make you sick. You got to go to his buddy to get some pills, some drugs. That's all you're going to get. It ain't going to heal you. It's going to make you worse. Then you got to go to his other buddy. What you say? You got to go to his buddy.
Way down there to talk some shit.
I didn't hear it. With the USA handle, that's perfect. And then go to his buddy. They all go golfing together. And he ain't got nothing, except to hurt you. All the natural healers is Yahshua. They don't alive now. So we ready to go back to a righteous system, man. We ain't got to wake up worried about, a bunch of druggies walking up and down your block, breaking into your car. Your children get snatched up, all this trafficking. That's a big business for Esau, man. We're not going to be doing stuff like that. If it's not to Yahshua, we're not. Yahshua got to worry about that.
You got to worry about them all. You paid attention to us. You were red all over like an Arizona too.
And look at the crackdown in Phoenix, too. It's horrible. They're going to walk way down there to say something. And then, look, that builds what we talking about. It's the racial tension. What we saying made her mad. And what we saying is the truth. And Esau, he's about a lie. So, of course, they don't want the truth to come out. So, the truth and the lie cannot coexist. Yaakov represents the truth. Esau represents the lie. One of them got to be on top. Both can't be on top at the same time. As we telling y'all throughout that, Jacob Trouble was coming. Because Esau, if he see his lies starting to, starting to disappear. And the truth,
feeling all that glory.
God, and then the truth is starting to get that glory. Esau don't like that. I'm gonna bring up this right here. And this is what we're dealing with right now. So Ezekiel, I was gonna get that blessing of that Genesis 27. So it's blessing of the sword. Let me get Ezekiel. It's Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou art a perpetual hatred and shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword and the time of the calamity, the time that this had an end, verse 6. Therefore as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I spread thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And that's happening right now. We are the blood of our ancestors. And through this truth, we're pursuing Esau, man. We eat Esau up with the truth. And Esau right now, there's the hate is coming out. You see all these days unalive, all these little toes, little fishing trips or boating trips. Jake coming up, missing. They talking about we don't know what happened. That's the perpetual hatred, man. And when they like the isolated Jake. That's so Jake is dumb to know that he's going. Ain't been raised right. Go ahead, I'll bring that.
I'm gonna start out. This is real quick. This is Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 15. It says, "Travel not by the way with a bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto you. For he will do according to his own will, and thou shalt perish with him through his folly." Verse 16. "Strive not with an angry man, and go not with him into a solitary place. For blood has nothing in his sight, and where there is no help, he will overthrow thee."
Ooh, I like that. Go now to a solitary place to eat from. And it said, I wouldn't say blood.
It says, "For blood has nothing in his sight."
Ooh, blood is nothing in sight. So nothing for you. Like if you pretty young kid might do, they do young day. They don't care about that. They went home, took his phone, these days social media, and lawyered up. You get a 30-day unlock, they take you come home with people. Hell no.
Listen to the first instruction. It says, "Strive not with an angry man." Think about this. They gave you the first step right there. Strive not with an angry man. So you talking Negroes down here walking around thinking you doing something with you damn Edomites. These are the angry men we're talking about. These are the devils. These are the ones who have full hatred.
Once I see that, I just know you're doing the field and you don't have to shoot. Because like you just look. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get back in Sirach 12. It says, "Never to trust thy enemy, or like an iron wrestler, so is wickedness." You never trust your enemy. The scripture says to know who your enemy is. So in order to know that, you have to have this truth. If you don't have this truth, you out here ignorant to who your enemy is, you're gonna be susceptible to anything and everything. And like you can just read down this whole thing, and it goes perfectly with that no the well situation and what's going on today. It says, "Not even though thou go humble thyself and go crouching, yet take good heed and be worthy." Like what they do whenever he died. Oh, that was my friend, but it said be worthy. That is coming after they were doing all kind of foul play and releasing all kind of messages and all kind of shit. Yeah, so it's just let you know.
And think about it. Those who humble themselves. Think about it. Hey man, let's go to the lake, man. Let's go shoot some bulls, man. Let's go have a couple of beers, man. It's gonna be fucking awesome, man. That's how they treat greedy with their lips. That's how they humble themselves. But the scriptures say, "What? Beware of him."
So he can humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou had wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his brush hath not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest then he will overthrow thee. He stand up in thy place, neither let him set at thy right hand, lest he set.
That right there when he said, "Neither let him set that on thy right hand." So a lot of times when you got people in the world, they be like, "That's my right having full trust in each other, he said, don't put Satan at our right hand.
The perfect example of that is the neighbors, Dad and Ruth. They said Esau their right hand man was served, and look what happened. They lost all their resources. They lost everything, lost the land, lost everything. Why? Because they didn't adhere to that precept like that. They forgot it. When they traveled overseas from Israel to America, they lost the truth. They started going into all the streets, the spirit of trees. They got bugged out. And when they get bugged out, they lost track of the words, the wise words of Yahweh Shah. They held on to that. They didn't know who Esau was when he came on the shore. Oh, here come that devil. But see, they forgot. And when you forget who your enemy is, but your enemy forget who you is, that's when you're in danger. Big danger, man. That happened to y'all Toronto, man. They forgot who they was. They forgot who they was in the kingdom. I mean, y'all shot came with them in the temple in Jerusalem. And then he said he was a God, they wanted to stone him. He says it's not written in your law that I said, yeah, God. I'm like, that, y'all wouldn't read the word in the kingdom. No wonder you got confidence. You forsook the Lord. That's why he put us in captivity. And them forsaking the Lord, they forsook these words in this Bible, man. And then it's a penalty to that. You become dumb. And your enemy is like, okay, now I can, take full advantage. They don't know no more. Lord ain't dealing with them no more. Nobody says the Lord says they wise said he can do that.
I was getting ready to say the one that said the fool man perceives the evil thought, but the fool despises instruction wisdom and instruction wisdom. They became fools because they despise his word.
I like what the scripture says, strive, don't strive with a wicked man, strive and keep company. The Lord I told us only keep company with Esau, man. You know, we're supposed to be holy and separate. Yeah, holy and separate. Now, I know you got to deal with your job, or you go to the store or something. As far as your social circle and your free time, not be people who don't need a fight.
He stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be great therewith. And that's exactly what I have to do. Hey, he ain't taking heed to these words. He got tricked by it. Because the next verse said, who will pity a trauma that is bitten with a serpent or any that come nigh such wild beasts? And a lot of people are saying that, like, man, you shouldn't be around these devils anyway. If you're the only one in the friend list, if that's the case. Hey, you know what they do. You got decades of history.
And that's why nobody really rallies, nobody really cares about that dude. They look at it for like justice to get the case, but ain't nobody just rallying up for that dude.
They're not necessarily saying recipe.
Yeah, they ain't right. They like they say that's what you get.
Yeah.
You hang them still, that's what happened. So nobody like that scripture said that's so spot on. Nobody has pity for Nolan Wells in our community, in our nation. Nobody like, oh, they I feel sorry. Now they are like, well, that's what your dumb ass is. They try to see if the Edomites gonna get jail time or not. That's what they can focus on. They're not really worried about who got on the law. They're like, that's what happens when you hang with them. You know?
And that's a beautiful thing at the same time too, because they're paying attention to not only just the individual, but they're paying attention to the system that's always been stacked against Joshua in the first place. So now they're trying to see if this system is going to work in their favor when that's going to be another strike against Esau.
Beautiful well said. That's what it is. They're looking at the system right now. What's the system going to do? Ain't nobody really worried about Nolan Wells. A lot of things like he got where he deserved to. You hang with Edomites, that's what happened. Nobody cared about that one Eve they got alive over there in Africa. The Edomite dude. What's her name? The name, something like that. Yeah.
She got what you deserve to, because she was talking shit about 4-pound black men.
Exactly. It's like me. And then putting her faith and trust in Esau, he took a trip to Africa and unallowed her over there.
On her birthday.
Man. They don't get no better than that. And then, I think they said there was strangulation. Yeah. It would look like an autopsy, so he just choked her out. And unallowed her. And I think he ain't even in jail to this day. Or is he? I don't know. He got out.
Yeah, I mean, because he's in it, because it's different jurisdictions. So when you look at it,
he did it in Africa. Yeah, that's right. And heaven don't give a damn. Right. Esau can get down to the money. They be like, that's my friend.
He paid them off. That's how he got away. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's her dumb buff part. You stay here in Babylon, maybe it's been a little bit different. You let the devil take you out your comfort zone, think you the stuff, and he took you over there, somebody talk noise to him. And you don't talk noise to no Edomite man being the Eve. He go, yeah, and you go, he doing to his own women. That's what he might women understand this though. She like, nah, I'm getting wrong. He ain't got all that, but you know his ride is good, his food is good.
That goes
Okay.
back. That goes back into the racial tension too, because even Hamites don't even like Israelite people, Israelite men or women. Because like they was in Africa, they could have did something, but like they're like, no, that's an American back there. They don't give a fuck about that. Plus he be talking shit like a Hamite woman don't talk shit to her Hamite man. So they're like, oh yeah, she deserved that. And she would. So, and that goes into Psalm 83. So Ham is a part of that list that don't like it.
Talk shit about us.
That's
all
why
the
she
time.
kind of went over there. She said what she was at. And really, being the truth, he be in the house of David. Had she been in the truth, she wouldn't have made none of those moves. All of those moves, like the scripture brought out earlier, straight father. It's foolishness.
And the most crazy part about that case, there were some people that was trying to warn her. Like,
Seen
that,
that on social media.
yeah, and she ignored the shit.
Nah, she had got away warning for disaster. Yeah, I seen that. They was, man. I heard even know the will.
Yeah.
His homies
It's
telling
that
him
way.
not to go out there. Yeah,
that
don't
way.
go out there with
Yep.
the Edomites, man. He got the same thing. He went out there anyway. It's why it's best to avoid Esau. That's how I live my life. I don't, other than my jobs and going out to stores, I don't have no Edomites in my circle. I don't like even dealing with them. Like working with them is irritating to me.
What they did is they did this precept. They were sweet talking, they were sweet talking. Oh, we're gonna have a good time, man. It's gonna be a rocking time.
My dad has a boat. They got the money.
Right.
It's all the money. My dad got a boat. And my dad owns this doctor. Yeah, we have
And you know
I got
they,
the boom.
they don't date like women too. They're gonna be some girls there. And that's what happened in that case. They said he walked out with a chick.
They sweet talk with me. This is Ecclesiastes 16. An enemy speaks sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit.
That's Esau Edom to the T, man. You go Esau Edom, all he do is speak sweetly with his lips. All the time. But when you look at it, when it comes out, the proof be a lie. And the perfect example of that, look at Donald Trump. Everything he said in this campaign, he was speaking sweetly throughout this campaign the whole time. When he got in there, he done did the total opposite of everything he said he's going to do.
Everything's going to be affordable.
Speaking sweetly. He's going to get all the immigrants out. America's going to be great again. He's like, you're going to be winning so much. He's like, you're going to be winning and winning. You're like, I don't want to win no more. Now in office, and everybody losing, man. If you ain't a rich Edomite,
Don't give a shit about you. I don't care about your goddamn finances.
yeah, he said that. I don't care nothing about your financial situation. He said Iran can now have a nuclear missile. So he's worried about getting that win over there. And I just think Lindsey Graham died today. Lindsey Graham died. I think they said Mitch McConnell is probably dead too. He done lost two big help for his administration. So you tell he about to lose it. Oh, and Iran said they put a big bounty on that dude. They said they want him. So things about to heat up, and if he gets unalive, oh my lord, y'all, them Edomites they'll be leaderless again. So they're gonna spaz out and really be hunting out Jacob. They lost their dude.
But there's already a big presence of the Proud Boys going everywhere,
Uh-huh.
and then people with the other group with the white mask people who was on the buses.
That was the Patriot Front.
Yeah.
That's Patriot Front. There's a lot of them, like you said. It's a lot of Edomite, supremacy groups. That's like
That'll be like
and another one, the KKK. They said it's on the rise.
What's the dude named Charlie Kirk? Like, if something happened to church, something happened to Trump, it's gonna be worse than Charlie
Yeah,
Kirk.
way worse, way worse. He's the front leader. Like they really gonna be going around like a lot of Jake. And it's like you got Edomite in your circle, like you want them Jake to hang with Edomite, you gonna get unalive if Trump, something bad happens.
Your ass to target practice.
Exactly. You're gonna be the first one. Like I said, they're gonna y'all been bringing out, they're gonna sweetly do it. Like, hey man, go to they're gonna go somewhere like you guys because you ready. They're gonna go to a solitary place so they can get gagging them. Let's go out to the woods, man, and let's go camping and this and that. And Jake's so goddamn dumb and gullible 2/3. They're gonna go and all of a sudden you're gonna be unalive in the woods, man. Party strung up hung, let you. It might be like 12 of them, one of you.
That's how they roll.
Yeah, they need, because it goes like Trick said, we're stronger than them.
Right.
So they need like 5 or 6 to deal with one Jake. Because one Jake by himself, and he would destroy Esau, man, without no sword, no weapon. Just hand to hand, hey, run right through Esau. I know I've done it. I think he's like twice my size, and I just manhandled they butts, man. They call themselves bullying me. And they like, nah, I can't mess with him no more. They're like, man, they play football. You can mess with that. I'm talking about dragging. Hey, slanging. Like, Esau got to be like, I don't know, take steroids 3 times my size to do something with it. I fucking plenty Edomite. They ain't working yet. I don't play football. And like, I noticed, Edomite, I can run right through it, Edomite, man. Very easy. Basketball, I can always do it, Edomite real easy. He be twice my size. I remember, what was that? I remember 6th grade, I got my starting quarterback spot for tackling and hooked the Edomite up. I hit him, he said he's going to jump over me. I said, go ahead and try it. You know what I'm saying? Oklahoma drill. Yeah. Anybody try to jump over me, I hit him, and I knocked his cleats off, his helmet off, and his mouthpiece. And it's like, yeah, Tay starting corner. And I was like, thank you, man, thank you. And he's a big old Edomite, too. Like, we in middle school, he probably already like 5'9", 5'11". You know, about probably $160, $170. And I wasn't even 5 foot in middle school, man. They do like nothing, man. So they need like 8 of them. And even then, it might be rough. Like, you need like 8. Like, he might not fight. I seen a date. Exactly.
Like, all them dates they got caught in water because they know they can't swim. That's a handicap situation.
Exactly. And I think that's how stupid they is too. You're 230 that can't swim. Don't go nowhere from water with Edomite. Right. See me, they did me like that. They'd been all kind of flabbergasted. I could swim. Like, what the hell? And I swam back and told on their ass. Like, I'm about to beat your ass when you get back. Yeah. They said, oh, he can swim. That was their whole plans. But see, I wouldn't have been in that situation. I don't hang with Edomite. I done went to prominent schools with them same type of Edomites, and some men was like, I didn't trust them. And that was before I was in the truth. I'm in middle school, high school, and I never trusted Edomites, man. There was always something in me that's like, they not to be trusted, man. And I never hung with them. I went to school with them. I don't give a damn your mama a doctor, your daddy a lawyer, you got all this. Because I remember other times when I went to go there and tell me how big their house is and what they got and want to be friends with them, but I never did. I was just hanging with the hood, Jay.
That's how you know they Edomite, because they always try to impress you on some carnal materialistic shit.
And that's what they do. That's how they get Jay. They pay the man. They got big, mansions and nice bars and got the money. And they be wanting that. We coming from Carver. We ain't got none of that. But North of my spirit, like I was cool with where I was at. Like I'm not hanging with these guys. They vibes off of me. I don't like they vibes. I don't like the, like you can tell like something. They got a different spirit than us. And I can always see, like, if they get you by yourself, and it's a lot of them, something bad gonna happen. And that was always in my spirit.
Somebody will finish this off. It says, but if you find opportunity, you will not be satisfied with blood. It says, if adversity come upon thee, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet he shall undermine thee.
Ooh, that is right there, because that's how you know what it is. They have this little saying, "Ordo out of chaos," and that's what that is. When adversity come upon thee, they the ones creating the chaos, and they gonna come and create the establish the order.
You look at all the battles happening in Africa, it's because of Esau. You look at all the atrocities happening over here, Europe. Wherever there's something bad happening, it's an Edomite behind it that's pulling the strings. And I like one of y'all put out a precept where he said that he would overthrow thee and basically saying take your position. Yeah. And they did that. You look at Judah, like what I'm saying, I think through the spirit that I'm a Jew. And Esau done took took our identity. The devil say he that. And then he's so crazy with it, he'll tell you on Reddit that he's not really that. He says I'm too big. And what does the whole world do? Give them all the resources. They get all kinds of money from Babylon the Great America. Yeah, they always call us welfare babies. They know one work for people in the world. Them all smart, they don't work like that. They get all kind of incentives, attack. They got universal health care. They get everything thrown at them, man. They don't pay for anything. They eat off of it from America. Babylon the Great pays for all that, but then you don't hear them say that they want to blame it on Issachar, because Issachar getting some food stamps, or Judah get the food stamps. Esau put that on the news and make us the face of it. But yet they send billions of dollars to the Jewish Federation every single year. A lot of them, they don't even work. They don't have to work. Because because they getting all the money, but they want to make us the face of it. This dude done took our identity, got the whole world thinking they the people. That's how they done did all that genocide. They go to y'all to bring it out. They made everybody feel sorry for them, and because of that, they go around, they just genocide everybody. You know, talking about what they trying to make the greater Israel. They don't protect land. They don't know that, man. When I talk about slavery, they're like, oh man, that's a long time ago. They got gaslight. That's a long time. You've been a victim mentality. But this devil can use it and say the anti-A word and get a crime bill with them. Yeah.
Everything they desire, man.
But if I bring up, hey man, we was treated like cattle. They did us like pit bulls. We was land, they fed our babies to gators. Oh man, you been a victim. You been a victim mentality. You ain't get nowhere in life dwelling on the past. But yet this devil can use the past and get billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Make that make sense. And then it's like our situation way worse than that situation. He can talk about his problem. But if I talk about mine, hey, gaslight, man, you know what I mean? And they could go for it. Like, man, y'all need to put that, especially red people on social media. They always say, y'all had that big mentality like a long time ago. I'm like, oh, it's still relevant to this day. All you gotta do is get it put up, nigga. You right back to the slave. My niggas 1920s. They was doing American history. That wasn't that long ago.
We got grandparents that live in those times.
Plus, they didn't get civil rights in the 1960s. That was not that long ago, you know. And then you got a president now that's trying to repeal it. So it's bringing validity to what we talking about. They never changed. They just pretended like he humbled himself and acted like he did, but really he didn't. Now with Trump in office, he's voting to be what they really are. Let's just go ahead next year. Let's just go ahead and go without little guns, like military, and just go through and shoot them up. Because they got too many numbers. And now they're getting smart. They're getting businesses. Like I said, with some of that hibachi that they making, man, they say everybody say that, everybody rave about that. Did you sound like that? My money gonna be sure. They're like they dude on Belly, they movie Belly. They had the little perm, wasn't that Rico? He's like, oh, they looking good, they doing good, man, they doing good. He's like, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all.
And the thing is, it ain't even just Esau though. Even the Asian crew, like Jacob, they're taking over, making nail salons and and now it's a big thing with going to integration teaching. These Moab and Ammons is doing that, Jake.
Hey, just to even add to your point, there was a Jay's sister was talking about when she opened up a nail salon when she tried to get a supply chain to her store, the Asians who wanted to block her off.
I like this. Now with the situation happening now they could have been doing that.
Right.
Who the one paid to get their nails done? Who paid for her? You mean tell me y'all spend $1 billion in the industry, y'all own nothing? Like I look to eat crazy. But it's all like now they getting the idea, the Lord is forcing them, like back then, to buy from each other. So now the Jake nail shop is going up. The Jake hair salon is going up. And if they get like international, some trade going on, they can sell the hair. Because the hair coming from overseas, and they don't want to buy the hair. I say, you can get them on nerves with that. I'm like, rock your own hair. Why are you spending $200 on some goddamn fake hair, man? And then they said they want you to do it. You don't pay for hair and nails. Hell no, I ain't paying for that. You do that your damn self. That's a waste of money. That's another reason why we hurting in our community. We got a bunch of women that's like parasites. They want dudes to pay for their meals, hair and nails, which is useless. She'll pay $300 and then take the hair out within 2 weeks. And they need another $300.
$700 down the drain.
Yeah.
More than that.
Yeah. Then stack that money up and got like a car or something, or get a small business. You see, now they're doing it. They changed the whole dynamic. He's all like, I don't like that, man. They started to band together. And I'm like, fool, you the one did it. With your wickedness and your evilness, you forced Jake to have the band. That's why I like that Donald Trump became president. Because he exposed Esau Edom. And he forced y'all started to deal with each other. And in all these situations, it's only forcing it even more. But Nolan Wells, now they like, yeah, man, I don't need to hang with them either, man. Yeah, I might get enough getting around. Now Esau really gonna be, now they like I said, they trying to gaslight me. Come on, I'm a good one. Now Esau is on defense mode. He got to like go out his way and try to show that he's not like the rest of his nation. Jacob's like, man, hell no. He's like, the rest, I ain't dealing with you.
Y'all have been quiet the whole time up until now, goddamn.
Yeah, we ain't dealing with you. And they make Esau feel bad because he's everybody kissing his butt. Esau just everybody thinking he's the standard, he's good, he's that. And everybody looking at Esau like, nah, man, you the devil in the flesh. Young kids looking like, nah, I'm not going with you. Nope, you might traffic me. You might drown me. You might lynch me. No, I'm not dealing with you, man. You evil. You know?
Like that one girl who went that camping trip and he was in the wood with all his Edomites.
God.
And they tried to hang him. If it wasn't for that dude recording, he probably would have been dead.
God.
He was the city council too. That's how dumb he was. Like you among these damn devils every day, and they be passing policies and all of that, destroying the so-called black community, and you want to go to those fucking woods again.
Yeah, that was at a lake.
Yeah.
That was off the lake. I remember that.
Yeah.
And that, like I said, they didn't film me. He got lynched. There's a lot of things to get lynched. And it's all we take because he wasn't fighting back to nothing. They found the right one. He was on the tree crying. I'm like, man, you don't cock back and get that devil hot heat in his mouth. Because if you get one neck, the other ones, they might not run up with that, ferocity. They might back on up. That's why you said earlier when we started camp. Esau usually wants to attack the Israelites. And not really coming to no man, especially a man that's like, you gonna put up a fight. Now we ain't gonna deal with that.
Women and children.
That's the most vulnerable. And who's the number one person that backed up Esau here? The goddamn woman, Eve. So now she getting a whole lesson like, oh man, I done put this devil in the pedestal and look how he doing it. Now we getting seeing videos on YouTube and all that. I'm sorry, black man. Come back, black man. And so they got a group thing. Now that the other heathen nations want us, now the black one's like, yeah, you know what, black man ain't that bad. I need to treat my black man better. Hey, it's like, no, this is our horse. Like, I got my passport. I don't want your ghetto black. You know what I'm saying? Get away from me, Keisha. I'm about to go overseas and get me a Filipino or something like that. So now that's Isaiah 4:1 kicking in. And that, what's that, Isaiah chapter 13? I spent man more precious than fine gold. It's kicking in now. Because you got to have a counter to that Edomite man. Who's the counter? The Israelite man, especially one of the Lord, the open let. We just see one of our brothers, whoop a devil with a little gun on the highway here not too long ago. Yeah, that devil whooping. So that went viral. I know that everybody was talking about that.
He told him on the way up the street, hey, stop playing with guns, man.
So now everybody's like, oh man, the best man on the face of the planet is the Israelite man. And like I've been saying, that's what they do, that racial tension right there. I'm used to being the best. I'm used to being looked at as a standard. Now they're not anymore.
And we letting you know that it's biblical. All the precepts that we're bringing out let you know that it's going to get worse and worse. That's why the scriptures coined the term Jacob's trouble. It's because, hey, we're going to be under attack by all races. It's going to be a big race wars. In the midst of real World War III. This place is going to implode or explode.
Civil War about to happen. They talking about mixing the IDF with the U.S. military. That's not going to go good at all. That's going to lead to civil war.
That's why the scripture speaks of nation against nation.
Go ahead and bring it out.
This is Matthew chapter 24, and we start at verse 7 and get straight to the point. And it says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places.
I like I said, nation versus nation. So you got to read that proper context. A lot of people think that means like Ukraine versus Russia. Right. No, that's kingdom versus kingdom. They say nation versus nation. Like I said earlier, they go into ethos, ethnicity. That goes into basically race. So let's talk about Jacob, children of Israel versus children of Edom. The children of Israel versus the children of Ishmael. The children of Israel versus the children of Moab. The children of Ammon. The children of Ham. Israel's going to have to fight all these nations, man. Even your own. They're going to come against the whole elect. There's going to be that much division. The Lord said, think not that I come peace. No, I come bring a sword. With this sword, he's chopping this place up, man. The Lord is sorting everything out. Like, okay, this nation over here, this nation over here, this nation over here, hopefully they're going to be over here.
I like that one precept there. I think it's in Isaiah where it said it'd be Egyptian versus Egyptian.
Chapter
Chapter
19.
19. Yeah, that goes into like Egyptians, like we this is spiritual Egypt here. So like it's gonna be Babylonians versus Babylonians. That goes into a civil war.
That's very beautiful too, because even Edomites are fighting among each other too. So
Exactly.
we ain't just talking about Israelite on Israelite, because that's gonna be that too. Edomite on Edomite farm, that's at an all time high too. It's just being overshadowed by this racial tension between the so-called blacks and whites.
Esau Edom gonna do a whole lot of other lives. It's blessings and swords. And I'm gonna bring this up right here. Genesis 27:39. And Isaac his father answered said unto him, Behold, thy dwellest in the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. So the Esau Edom would get roosters of the earth. And in verse 40, and by thy sword thou shalt live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it's going to pass that thou shalt dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Like I said, by thy sword thou shalt live, and by thy sword you shall serve thy brother. That sword, and he's serving thy brother, and he's gonna take that sword to thy brother. Who is his brother? Hey, that's Jacob. The evil twin brother, man. Esau, the evil twin brother, he's gonna take that sword and try to come at Jacob. And that's Jacob's trouble right there. I like that. A lot of people gloss over that part. Yeah.
And serve my brother also goes into, he's going to go into captivity. He's going to go into slavery. And Esau is fighting that. He don't want to go into slavery. No, Esau lazy. He don't do no work. We're going to work the mess out of Esau, man. And he knows they hear that when we declare that. And the scriptures back it up. So Esau, he's fighting against that. He's fighting against that prophet. He don't want to go into slavery. But the Lord says you don't go into slavery. You know, Revelation 13 chapter.
Like that one for which his houses will continue forever. He don't want that rule. He don't want to come out of rulership.
All right. And I like what it said when he have dominion. Esau done got dominion now. Then he like to break the yoke off his brother's neck. That means, hey, we gonna get free. And we're in that season now, where Yahshua is getting their swagger back. Esau done had dominion. And he's done a very piss poor job of ruling the earth. And now Yahshua is over there, rubbing their hands like Birdman, like it's my turn next.
Yeah, that whole line is getting roused up.
God.
Scripture says.
God, Esau like, no, man, I can't let y'all lose. This devil know he's weak, so he need like drones, robotics. They probably got super soldiers. They got all kinds of stuff cooked up, like Terminators, RoboCop, in order to stay on the top. That's their story, being perfected. And with that, they're gonna do a whole lot of work. Like I keep been saying, you're gonna take trouble. They're gonna spill a whole lot of Yahshua blood. And if you're not covered by the blood of Yahweh Bashmi Awashai, in the house of David, you're gonna receive their right.
Being covered by the blood of Yahweh Bashmi Awashai is very important too, because when you read Psalms the 91st chapter, he sends his angels charges to cover you. Luke's paraphrase. So that means he's gonna have angels on your behalf protecting you there in the time of Jacob's trouble.
We're gonna need it too. We're gonna need it, man. Terminators, RoboCop, and drones. I've been looking at them drones. Robot dog. Them suckers gonna be vicious, man. They gonna get it.
Yeah, man. When I was out there in Mesquite, man, I was like, them things was big. Like they was using, like for them to, they was using them for delivery service while I was out there in Mesquite. They had a whole advertisement about it. But they was delivering a big old drone, and it had this little, it's like the little zip line thing. They drop whatever package that you order, and then they bring it back up and shoot out.
It's nothing for that to be retrofitted for war.
That's it.
They already got those the military drones.
Right.
They look damn near like about a car size. They carry missiles and they just go over there and bomb some shit. It's like a kid playing a video game. They know where to be found. It's on the drone.
Yep. They're gonna use them and unleash them on y'all swallows real soon, man. So we got this right here. This is Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him. Cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. See that? So that the Lord let you know that the sword that he has is, from Esau Edom, so-called white man. And his boy for that prayer saved for King David. He said, he said, disappoint him and cast him down. And that's what he's saying to this day. And we're gonna need that, man. The devil might say, martial law, like forget it, I'm done. I'm done trying to be nice. I'm done trying to be cool. I'm gonna be my real self. And it's look to, unalive and cut their numbers down. You're gonna need that prayer right there, man. You're gonna need the Lord to cast him down. But it's a liking for North Korea. You know, as a man of the truth, you can split the power. Hey, them drones ain't gonna be back. They're gonna be toys. You know? So that's what we put our faith in, man. God must be outside and the protection he's gonna give to the open elect. He's trying to be a watchman to our nation, getting warned that the Lord is coming, man. He's talking about it already. Elon Musk, they set it up to do an extinction level thing. They're gonna cut the lights down, unleash their little robot, and try to run through y'all Solana, cut our numbers down, try to preserve theirs. That's why Trump imported white South African Edomites into America trying to get their numbers up. That leads to that move telegraph what he's about. If he say 1 minute he's against immigration, but at the same time you immigrate white people. I heard like people from Europe, Edomites, they come over here easy with their passports or their green cards. But if you're a Mexican, a Haitian, they took away Haitians asylum here. We're going to fight Levites in a minute. That's going to be something rock.
They persuaded that they was just only fucking with Issachar, but they fucking with the whole tribe.
All of y'all trying to get rid of the 14 minutes, so you come back to do this way.
That was one of the executive orders. I forget the name of the number of the executive orders, but they quote unquote used it. Tweeted with their lips in the media. They were saying we need to revive the 14 minutes. That's how they think.
And what that means is take it away, right? And take so-called black citizenship away. That way they can attack us and say they doing his part. So Trump was on camera and said, I got the power to take away the Constitution. He just absolutely blatantly said that. Look at this.
And a lot of people think the 14th Amendment was all based on, Jake, the tribe of the Southern tribe, which is the so-called Negroes, but the 14th Amendment also affected native tribes as well. They don't
get the same way. That's a big move they trying to make and take away
all the tribes. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to attack all the tribes, all at once. The same time.
And well, I just say he can't get the 14th Amendment. He just go ahead and do the whole Constitution. Right. I ain't got to worry about that. I can do what I want to do.
What's that? Revelation 12:12. Coming down having great work right now.
Working with the thing to fight with another. Jake like to defend themselves for the minute. And we trying to tell Jake like your AR-15 ain't going to study, man. You might get your little red belly Edomite, little drinking Edomite, but what you going to do when his robot soldiers come into play? They're going to have like steel plating. The AR-15 ain't going to penetrate that. Yeah, or they come with some Terminators. It look like a human, but really it's a robot. It's some flesh.
That's what Mike's going to have to stand up like this.
Okay, listen to that. This is what you need in that time. This is Psalms 91 and 10. It says, "Thou shalt." It says, "There shall no evil be caught." I'm gonna start up. It says, "On 9, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation." Means you live with the Lord. You seek the Lord over everything. And he said, "Thou shalt no evil befall thee, neither any plague shall come nigh thy dwelling, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in thy hands, lest thou shalt dash thy foot against the stone."
That's why, and I love that word charge, because that word charge goes into command. So when he says he shall give his angels charge over you, the Lord is going to command the angels to protect you.
Reading on, it says, "Thou shalt tread upon lions and adders, and young lions and dragons shalt thou trample under feet." That just goes into a whole bunch of VR. That don't mean you're going to trample over like real snakes and stuff like that. That means a whole bunch of death scenarios and bad scenarios. The Lord is going to allow you to trample over it. And He's going to keep you do that. Reading on in verse 14, it says, "Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name." That's what we really are out of being knocked out from Jacob's children. That's knowing the Lord. AR-15 ain't gonna work. King David said it himself, "I don't trust in my foe, nor my shield." And if you read up to verse 1, the Lord said, "This truth is your shield and buckler."
I got a quick breakdown that goes back. This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. And it says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Go for that. And that's a form of sword. That's like a little mini sword. Take away your salvation. That's one that keeps you like dead but you alive.
Yeah.
You know, slow down. Yeah, calm down. I'm gonna bring this up right here.
I'm just gonna say, man, the Lord just made me think that it slow down like a damn person, like a snake, poison.
Yeah, right.
You got some different types of snakes. You got some snakes that'll bite their prey and then they wait for their prey to get paralyzed and then they'll pounce on. That's how Esau trying to come in with their market people.
I'm bringing this up right here, man. Hey, Shalom, spare my Gabar. Hey, y'all subscribe to that brother, man. We're a diligent brother. He brought this out right here. And this is what we've been saying. This is Ezekiel 21 and 8. At the end, the word of the Lord came up to me saying, verse 9, son of man, prophesy and say, thus says the Lord, say, a sword is perfect, and also perfect. Verse 10, it is perfect to make a sure slaughter. It is perfect that it may glitter. Should we then make her? Because it was the right of my son as every free. Let's go back to that low level. We're here making her from the book of the line with that sword is being sharpened. And it's not just him. There's a lot of other ones like that. There's another dude in Alabama who just got like that, a girl. And this is a whole bunch, a lot of chicks that getting hugged, just hanging around in them, just left and right. And we telling our people, sword is coming, man. Esau coming. He's coming with their wrath. You know, they talk about that sweet stuff and all this, how we gonna hang out, like you said earlier. But really, these devils like, man, we gotta get their numbers down. We're gonna do this one at a time. If they want to eat light on the field, we watch it every 6 months. We do it a day like you got meetings about it. This shows they be in their council like, we're going to line this dude up, we're going to bring him out, we're going to bring him to the island, and we're going to drown him. They ready, break. They dumb butt, fall for a hook, line, and sinker, man.
And that's why we got to get in the spirit of King David. King David was like, hide me from the secret council, from the workers of the people. That's that secret council right there. And they have those meetings where we're not invited. That's that secret council, man.
All right. When they talk about how can we unalive Jay, what's the best way to do it? That's how they all talking. Then you got to even secret council all the way up. We're like, oh, we're going to put the diseases in the tick. We're going to put the diseases in the mosquitoes. I've been hearing about that. That's where that diarrhea play coming from. I think so, but like I know for a fact they got some new ants that travel from overseas somewhere and invite you to fuck with them. Yeah, that's all from Esau Edom, man. All they little plots and plans. That's diabolical right there. They know ticks and ants will still bite you. So where's the best place to put a disease at? And that's also been the problem. The Lord said I'll spread pestilence in the latter days. It's how he do it. He's using the wicked. But you know, they'll do the dang. Like, oh, that's a great plan. Yeah, let's do it. Bill Gates said he wanted to get the population down using, too. And everybody clapped like, yeah, that's a good idea. Now we look up, and a lot of dates are gone because of their situation. Like my pop, I think they got him. I can't say for sure, but he dropped some juice out, so all he's not here. He passed away through some cancer. And I think the spirit, he wouldn't have got there, he still be here. I think it accelerated.
That's why I got to bring this out. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. And it says, let Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
That goes and not being on the gate and eat about his person.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then that word devices goes to plot and scheme. If you look up the definition.
Man. And then I like how they use the word device because the reason you're not going to take away your salvation through a device. Or a device that goes to your hand or in your head.
You got to think about that small. That's why it says devices as in plural. So you got to think of the word devices. Every definition you can think of as devices, you're going to apply it. Yeah.
Social media, the media theory, that's a device. All these things we talked about earlier, that's a device. The music, that's a device that they use.
The secret council devices.
The drugs,
devices.
Yeah, they put drugs in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are devices, man. All of that stuff is just, trying to get rid of our numbers. And really, now the Lord is so cold with it, it's flipped around on him. I look up, on my day to day, I see a bunch of Edomites all maxed out.
Always at the end of every highway exit, they got a little sign. I'm hungry. Come bullshit. I work up some weed.
Been walking up and down this sucker, man. You see them all bummed out and maxed out. I'm like, God dang, turned on you, Esau. Look at your people, man. Matter of fact, we was at my brother's house on the 4th. He said there's so many chicks you didn't know was on that stuff that's on it. They don't even look like it yet. So it's an epidemic on them. Opioids told them up. You know? Let the Lord, what you say, the person come upon our enemies. That's another reason why he's going to come a great ride. He's saying now, like everything they devise for us to turn on them, so the devil know he got to make a move quickly. We lose. Little Susie out there maxed out.
Like a functional addict. Going to work the very next day.
I got a lot of them. Yeah. One of my jobs, I work with a lot of them. So they're cooked, man. They can see it. So the elites like, okay, we got to do this plan. Otherwise, they're gonna be on top of us, man. And then you see the scripture say, a certain man that's in the truth, they're gonna be real vicious to us, man, when they get on top. So like I said it, we said it in Psalms 49 chapter. They hope the house continue forever. I gotta do plans and plots and come with their sword in order to keep me down. If I don't, you'll overtake me. And they don't realize it's gonna overtake you anyway, because it's the birthright.
And that's a beautiful thing. I was gonna say that was a beautiful thing in itself too, because that proves that we are the inferior nation. Because why? If Esau even run around thinking they superior, a superior nation don't have to sabotage somebody that's superior to them. That lets you know that we are the true people of the Yahweh. That should give you faith right there. Yeah, the rest of them putting all this stuff on them.
We're the superior nation. They the inferior nation. But yeah, they trying to reverse that, and now it's getting corrected. And that's another that's going to lead to that rap. The devil always thought he was superior. I was smarter. I was this, I was that. I was more cunning. And you can tell me now that Jacob's smarter than me and more innovative? No, I can't take that.
We the start of the earth. And that lines up perfectly where the Lord said his word would not come back void. Remember in the beginning when he said the older shall serve the younger. So now that dynamic is shifting so quick and so fast that, man, we can call all y'all about y'all shop for that, man. Because he's keeping up with his partner. All we got to do is do our part. Well, whether you're a part of that law, that remnant that the Lord said he's going to save in his time.
They prayed up, they diligent, they doing the work, and keep the faith. The Lord will save us through this, man. That's number one right there, man. Keep that faith, man. Don't let that faith waver. Even though Esau started fucking up, just pray daily. Wow. What do you say? Pray pray without ceasing.
Yeah, pray without ceasing.
We gotta do that, man.
I was listening to one of the brothers, man. He was like, man, I'll be praying when I'm at work sometimes. I just be walking, praying, doing all of that. That's what praying without ceasing means.
Every hour, especially at work, man. I work around hardcore, Trump-supporting Edomites, man.
And when you get tried in the world, man, I throw up a prayer in. Calling all y'all about y'all job, keep me level-headed in this situation. You know what I mean? Just saying little prayers like that. That's a prayer without ceasing means, man.
Like saying keep you level-headed, man. We don't bug out to lose your mind. A lot of our people gonna do that when they start seeing all the calamity, the atrocities, and the perilous times, and the famine coming. Esau acting a fool. They gonna lose everything, all hope. And it's because they didn't build themselves up when they had liberty in order to deal with these times. You told them it's coming. They think it ain't coming. They want to make mercy. Oh, it's gonna continue like it always continues. You trying to tell them like, no, man, we at the end time. Good time, y'all job to show up, man. That little word is literally around the corner. You're right, man.
We was just talking about that before camp, man. Like your page, they fucking with your page, and then for a minute, I couldn't even upload on my page for a minute. I'm like, what the fuck going on here?
So they just let you know, shit, you're gonna be out whenever everything goes down. Depending on the word is, you're gonna be out here with whatever you got, whatever knowledge you got. And if you don't got no knowledge, or if you got knowledge of the wrong things, you fuck.
That's why I said the scripture said in Isaiah 33:6 was it wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy tongue.
I got one more.
This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. Oh no, not that. 13. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10, it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience in the face of the saints.
Ooh, I love that. The faith to the saints, man. Because he takes the faith on this, man. The Lord let us know right there. He saw this. The destiny is to go into slavery. Because he put our people in slavery. The destiny is getting unlocked by the sword to get unlocked our people by the sword. It's all written right there, man. And we are patiently waiting on it to be fulfilled. It's happening right now. We're seeing it. So let's lifting up our faith and letting us know that we're on the right track. So all we gotta do is say, keep up praying, keep the faith up, keep the works up, keep doing what we're doing, and keep observing. Stay on our watch. Stay on your watch and stay locked in. You know, stay tuned, right? While we got this. Get fatness to it. Get fed up. That way when it gets taken away, from the word here, it's already in you. You already got it. Now you just gotta, listen to the Lord guide you through these couple of times. Oh yeah, I love that movie. Very great movie. Walking by faith. Yeah, that whole book is. John.
He tells me, keep walking.
They let you know he's blind. He's walking by faith. Right there. So with that being said, look edifying. We give our praise for it too.
Our, by Shem, our job, by Shem, our God.
From y'all Sharala, baby. From y'all Sharala. Hey, man. Stay locked in, y'all Sharala. Hey, y'all, stop putting me on the way, baby. Hey, mom.
Tawada for tuning in.